We started at around 5:30 a.m. in the morning for our Yala safari. We decided to take a full day safari for this exercise. Typically, if you see, then most of the hotels in Yala either offer a private or a group tour. On an average, they would charge around 60 to 75 US dollars per person for a guided tour through the park for half day. And in case you offer for a full day safari, along with lunch, they would charge you somewhere around 130 to $150 depending on your bargaining skills. Typically, it would end at around 6 p.m. if it's a full day safari, and if it's a half day safari, then you would be back by around 1 p.m. or so. And from your hotel location, it would typically take around 20 kilometers to reach the safari gate. To know more about Yala, so it's situated in Sri Lanka's southeast part, adjoining the Indian Ocean. So it was previously a wildlife sanctuary in 1900, and then it was designated as a national park at around 1938. The park was ironically initially used as a hunting ground for the elite under the British rule. The habitats found in the park are wide ranging, from freshwater lakes to beaches, from rocky outcrops to green plains, and this creates an area of immense biodiversity. Of the 5 blocks, you can see around two, mostly around one block number one. You would be there. Is open to the public. Peacock, peahen, as you can see, they are like in abundance. You would see them further in the video as well. These are some buffaloes that are there. This is one particular phenomena that we thought of recording for you. The road in the road during the safari inside the jungle can be quite tricky. So you see that there is a vehicle in front which got stuck in the ravine that we were going through. Now, in order to pull it up, it had to be tied up with one more vehicle that is ours with a rope, steel rope. It's an automated system, and you can see how it's getting pulled from the sand, which is a process that would take typically around 5-10 minutes only. But if you get stuck and if you do not find a vehicle around, then that can be a bit tricky. So we would suggest that if you can get a car or two behind or in front, that would be pretty much safe for you. Else you'd get stuck, but the drivers contact themselves on mobile or wireless and they kind of reach quickly. But this is one particular thing that happened twice or thrice during our safari. I took the video for once only, but we noticed it multiple times, which kind of eats your safari time as well. So you need to go with a driver who's quite experienced. So look for drivers. We found many young drivers out there. Look for drivers who are experienced, who have been to the Yala National Park for long. Maybe 30 minutes into our safari, we spotted the first leopard. Now you may not be able to see the leopard from here, but this is the photo, this is the zoom in from my camera, and here you can see that leopard. Now leopard sightings are kind of, although not guaranteed, but a regular occurrence, because it's kind of the density is huge, and there is not such disturbance from the leopards. Maybe got used to the jeeps around. You can see bird population in abundance out here. I think Yala is home to around 130 species of birds. There are water birds and say like flamingos, pelicans, spoonbills, storks, herons, different kind of eagles, hawks, you name it, and it's kind of there out there. Serpent eagles, sea eagles, and peacocks, Indian peacocks or peafowls, whatever you call them, they are kind of plenty, as in like it's much in abundance you might get tired of watching them and them crossing the road every now and then. We spotted many of these. These are wild buffaloes, water buffaloes, and you can see from their horn. Now, uh, elephant uh, elephants are there in Sri Lanka throughout in abundance, but in Yala also you'll see them roaming around freely, and there is a large population of elephants. As in, we spotted around 10, 12 elephants out there, and they kind of roam freely. There is one instance where we saw an elephant take a swim inside a pond, and we have been to Pinawala Elephant Orphanage. There, we didn't like the experience where elephants were kind of chained, but out here in Yala, you would see them roaming freely without any kind of disturbance. Them taking a swim in the ponds, natural ponds out there, enjoying their time or roaming around freely. And you would pretty much like this experience of wildlife compared to something that you would see in the Pinawala Zoo, for example, where elephants are plenty, but they're kind of caged out there. So typically early morning and evening time are the best time for these safari tours. So you could spot, for example, leopards early morning or maybe in the evening time as well. They what we heard from the guides is that they don't like too much sunshine. You may not spot them right in front crossing the road, but definitely, as in our case, since we spotted 3 to 4 leopards, and in one scenario while we were having lunch, the leopard was right there, as in we could see it on the rock for almost an hour or so. So you might have a better chance during early hours of the morning or maybe towards the end of the day. But look out for shade, as in shades, they would be typically around that zone. There are deers as well, and different kind of deers. Uh, we found sambar deer. Here you can see 2 mongoose playing around. There are elephants who would leap, chatter. Sorry, monkeys. My mistake. Would leap, chatter. And this was kind of a bug which we found, which was trying its best to take a pile of elephant dung maybe around. It was kind of a sight for us. This is a wild fowl, as in it's Sri Lanka's national bird, I presume. It's also available in plenty in the Yala. I don't know what this is called, but it's an interesting piece of art which we found. The coastline is there, and in the coastline you can apparently see a different kind of uh, turtles, including the olive ridleys or the leatherbacks. We didn't spot any, but people say that there is a possibility that you can spot these turtles in Yala. We took the break on the seashore during our lunchtime. We had our food on the bonnet of the car in the middle of the jungle while watching a leopard on the other side on a rock. It was not visible through the iPhone on which this video is shot, but it was there when we zoomed in through our cameras. I would suggest that you carry binoculars for this safari. It would help. You can see different kind of crocodiles as well. Generally, these are mugger crocodiles, which are in abundance. There are estuarine crocodiles as well, but that's mostly in the rivers. Around this lagoon area, you can mostly find mugger crocodiles, is what we heard. Deers again, they get quite frightened when they hear the sound of the jeeps. One thing which I noticed is that maybe because of the roads and all that, but the jeeps make a lot of noise. I hope that the government makes, say, electronic electronic vehicles, for example, mandatory, because they typically, in our experience in India, they make less noise, and it's easier for the animal population out there. So lots of birds, as I was mentioning, that 130 species of bird have been recorded here, and we had a dedicated bird safari the next day. These are rabbits. This is a hornbill which we spotted, and apparently it's one of the rare or endangered species in the forest. This was a peacock. It was more like a safari. It was right there in front of eyes, but not the kind of view that we wanted. Analogy drawn towards the leopard. At the end of the day, we returned to our hotel. It was quite an enriching thing. I would say that it's an experience of epic proportion that brings you up close and personal with untamed wildlife. Whether you are an avid lover of nature or visiting a safari for the first time, if you come here with a mindset that I may or may not spot certain wildlife and I would more or less explore, then I think that you would go back with a newfound love for wildlife. We thoroughly enjoyed the experience. Uh, we hope that you liked it as well. Let us know in the comments.